Here we are back again, roll number 2. Andrew on top, I'm on the bottom. Quick side control escape to full guard for me here. Gonna work a little bit of wrist control on Andrew. He's trying to create a little bit of a wedge there. It's not quite working out. He's very tough to triangle. I'm reaching under the leg, looks like I'm gonna try an armbar, but I just do an athletic spin out to escape. I have my leg behind his leg, so he's battling to try to get my neck, and I'm just going to wrestle him over here. Now I'm on top. He's got a butterfly guard. It's like a half guard, and I'm jumping through immediately. And I've got one shin. Basically, I'm keeping that right in his sternum, and I'm checking his posture there, just making it kind of tough for him. And then you see that I replace my left leg with my right leg, right across his hips, and chop his body in half. Now this position here, it's a cooking position. I really like it. I've got my hands clasped underneath his body, and I'm driving my head and putting a lot of pressure underneath his chin. It's just very uncomfortable, but I like to work on guys that way. Here's a side saddle position. I'm trying to get my knee and my hips closer underneath his armpit with the step over the head. Now it's very tough here. Both of his arms are on the same side, but I'm really just trying to smash with my hips and keep my hips low the whole time here. Making it uncomfortable. There you go. I'm just kind of hooking the head. And it looks like I'm starting to attack the far arm with the straight arm lock. And then I switched to Kimura, and he recognized that as a chance to get out because he didn't stay there. So it was very good on him getting out. Oh, nice roll up. Takes the back there briefly. Oh, and there's a sweep. He just wasn't able to keep that position. I was just a little more determined in that scenario during the scramble. There I am stretching him out again. Like in a 3/4 mount. Again with my shin, just checking his hip. Oh, I start to work that hammer lock, and then I turn it into Americana. And there was the tap. He wasn't able to keep his hands together in that sense. It was easy for me to break it down there.
Good scrambles.
Here Andrew's trying to step over my head. I'm very disciplined, just keeping the back of my neck and my head on the mat. There's no way I want the back of his knee, just to get below my head. And then there was a scoot out there from the side control.
I'll take full guard.
Of course, the game we play, if you don't keep pressure on the guy and you let him up, then you switch position. Start off your back. And I'm giving him full guard here. I'm waiting for that guard to open so I can create a wedge. Again, I'm checking his biceps and making sure his hips are square. Now that I have his hips square, I'm making sure that he can't shoot his hips up. He's trying to break down my posture. I'm just disciplined, keeping my neck up, waiting for those ankles to open, starting to create a little bit of pressure there by pushing down on those ribs. And there's the split of the ankles. There's the wedge. Now I get low immediately, keep my butt and my back straight. And here I am. I immediately go to a head wrestle position. So even if he does hook my legs like this, my torso is longer than it actually is because of that. Spin around, I go to the knee bar, and he just doesn't want to mess around here, so he taps quick as I had that leg isolated. I wanted him to work out just a little bit longer. That reverse spinning knee bar is one of my favorite positions to go for that hold.
What's happening, Nick? How you doing?
Again, I'm just disciplined, just being a small ball here, elbows to knees, constantly either turning, fishing, working these positions here. Got a Kimura position, we just change. Not much is changing, just a little bit of scrambles here. I think we're coming to the end of our roll. And excellent job, Andrew.